thought of that? I must hunt soon.
Hola, buenas tardes, buenas tardes.
What, mortal? First blood. Greetings. I must hunt soon. Agreed. What is it now? You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. I must hunt soon. What, mortal? You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Greetings. Agreed. You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. What is it now? What, mortal? You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. What is it now? Agreed. That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. Die. Start soon. Agreed. Very well. Death rages. That was my plan. What, mortal? You thought of that? That was my plan. Greetings. What, mortal? You thought of that? Greetings. What, mortal? That was my plan. Very well. What is it now? You thought of that? I must hunt soon. Agreed. Very well. What, mortal? You thought of that? What is it now? Greetings. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. I hunger. What, mortal? Greetings. I must hunt soon. What, mortal? You thought of that?
Our present town is under attack.
What is it now? That was my plan. Greetings. What? Must hunt soon. You thought of that? Greetings. What, mortal? That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. Agreed. Death rages. I must hunt soon. I hunger. What is it now? That was my plan. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Greetings. must hunt soon. What, mortal? I must hunt soon. Very well. Greetings. Riches. What is it now? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Greetings. I must hunt soon. More work? What, mortal? Very well. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Your soul is mine. That was my plan. Agreed. Death rages. Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. Greetings. You thought of that? That was my plan. What, mortal? Very well. I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Very well. Greetings.
Our brethren's
That was
town
my
is under
plan.
attack.
You thought of that? That was my plan.
Hello.
What is it?
I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Agreed. Greetings. You thought of that? That was my plan. What, mortal? Very well. Greetings. What, mortal? Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. What?
Our brethren's town is under
That
attack.
was my plan. I hunger. I must hunt soon. What is it now? Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? What, mortal? I must hunt soon. Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. What is it now? You thought of that? Greed.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Agreed. I must hunt soon. Very well. You thought of that? Greed. What, mortal? Greetings. What is it now? Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? What, mortal? Greetings. That was my plan. What, mortal? Greetings. What is it now? Greetings. I have wings. Why am I always walking? Greed. That was my plan. What, mortal? Greetings. Agreed. Death rages. What is it now? Greetings. I must hunt soon. Greetings. That was my plan. Agreed. What? I must hunt soon. What? I must hunt soon. What is it now? What? What is it now? I must hunt
Our
soon.
brethren's town is under attack.
Agreed. That was my plan. Greetings. I must hunt soon. Greetings. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Agreed. What is it now? You thought of that? Agreed. Greetings. Very well. What? That was my plan.
Our brethren's brethren's town is under attack.
Why am I always walking? What is it now? Greetings. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Thought of that.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
What is it now? I must hunt soon. Greetings. Very well. That was my plan. What is it now? Very well. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. Death rages. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed.
Killing spree.
Agreed. What is it now? You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. Agreed. Agreed. I must hunt soon. What is it now? Very well. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. What, mortal? I must hunt soon. What, mortal? If I have wings, why am I always walking?
Our brethren's
Yes.
town is under attack.
For the last time, I'm a dread lord, not a drug lord. This is not a class. It's the standard dreadlord uniform. Dressed to kill. Blah. Must hunt soon. Greetings. Thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. I hunger.
Our forces are under attack.
What, mortal? Greetings. Agreed. That was my plan. What, mortal? You thought of that? That was my plan. Very well. What is it now?
Our brethren's town
That
is
was
under
my
attack.
plan. Greetings. I must hunt soon. Agreed. That was my plan. What is it now? Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. I must hunt soon. Very well. What, mortal? That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. Greetings. Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. What, mortal? That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Agreed. You thought of that? Greetings. That was my plan. Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Your soul is mine. Very well. Death rages. You thought of that? That was my plan. Very well.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Dominating.
The night beckons. That was my plan. That was my plan. that? Greetings. Agreed. What? That?
Our brethren's town is under attack.
I hunger. That was my plan. Greetings. Very well. What, mortal? What is it now? That was my plan. You thought of that? Very well.
Mega kill.
I must hunt soon. What, mortal? Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. Death rages. Agreed. Very well. What is it now? Greetings. Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Die. I must hunt soon. Very well. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. I hunger. What? Die. Very well. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. Very well. Death rages. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. What, mortal? I must hunt soon. Very well. You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that?
Unstoppable.
What is it now? Greetings. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. What is it now? Die. What, mortal? I hunger. What is it now? What, mortal? I must hunt soon. Agreed. What? I must hunt soon. Agreed. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. Greetings. What, mortal? What is it now? What, mortal? What is it now? That was my plan. You thought of that?
Double kill.
That was my plan. You thought of that? Greetings. What? I hunger. What is it now? Very well. Death rages. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. I must hunt soon. What? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. What, mortal?
Our forces are under attack.
Agreed. Night beckons. Very.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
You thought of that? What is it now? That was my plan. Greetings. Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? I hunger. Die. I hunger. What is it now? Death rages. I hunger. Very well. Agreed. Greetings. Die. That was my plan. Death rages. I hunger. Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. What is it now? That was my plan. Die. Greetings. Yes, my lord. What is it now? Very well. Greetings. That was my plan. Agreed. Death rages. What, mortal? Very well. You thought of that? What is it now? Very well. You thought of that? What, mortal? I must hunt soon. Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. What is it now? You thought of that? Greetings. Very well. What is it now? You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? What?
Killing spree.
Greetings. Agreed. What, mortal? Very well. You thought
Dominating kill.
Greetings. What is it now? Greetings. What, mortal? Agreed. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. I hunger.
Mega
Search mine. Very well. Death rages. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. What is it now? Agreed. You thought of that? What? mortal? What is it now? Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. You thought of that? What? That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. You thought of that? What is it now? What, mortal? I must hunt soon. What is it now? Agreed. That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. What is it now? Death rages. I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. What more? What mortal? What is it now? Greetings. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. What mortal? What is it now? That was my plan. You thought of that? I hunger. What mortal? I must hunt soon. Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. Agreed.
My life for Nezu.
What, mortal? I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Agreed. That was my plan. What, mortal? Greetings. Very well. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? Greetings. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Riches. You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. Very well. You
Unstoppable.
that was
Wicked sick. Monster kill.
that was my plan. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. I hunger. Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. What is it now? That was my plan. Agreed. I must hunt soon. Very well. What is it now? You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. What? I must hunt soon. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Greetings. I must hunt soon. That was my plan. You thought of that? Greetings. That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that?
Hola, ¿se me escucha? ¿Se me escucha? ¿Se me escucha Jean Paul Ramírez? ¿Cómo está? Buenas tardes.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Esta es la música, mierda.
The night beckons.
¿Juegas en Atinad?
What mortal?
No sé cómo para que hable.
What is it now? That was my plan.
¿De dónde eres?
Very well. You thought of that. Must hunt soon. Agreed. Greetings. That was my plan.
La rata. Sí.
Double kill.
The night beckons.
Sí, es mi computadora, está un baje.
What mortal? I must hunt soon.
Ahorita estoy jugando mi trabajo.
What is it now? That was my plan. Agreed. What mortal? Greetings.
De calidad.
Very well. What is it now? What mortal? That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Greetings. What mortal? Very well. Agreed. I must hunt soon. Greetings. What mortal? Very well.
¿Juegas en Atinad?
I must hunt soon. Greetings. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. Agreed. Very well. Thought of that.
Mi beca veo.
Aye.
Dominating.
The night beckons. What mortal? That was my plan. You thought of that?
Give me something to do.
Greetings. What mortal? Very well. I hunger. You thought of that? Greetings. Very well. That was my plan. You thought of Very well. That was my plan. I must hunt soon.
Dominating.
What is it now? That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? I must hunt soon. Greetings. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Very well. What are you? Agreed. Very well. Greetings. Agreed. You thought of that? What, mortal? I must hunt soon.
How may I serve?
What is it now? Agreed. Greetings. I must hunt soon. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. That was my plan.
Our forces are under attack.
What more?
Mega kill.
La victoria, pe, chamo, ¿qué fue? ¿Ya dónde? ¿En el colegio? ¿Dónde? Ay, dile, me está cargando mi phone porque está con 20 baterías. Ya, perro, chévere. Chela. No, perro, jamás, esas cosas. Ya, perro, lama, gracias.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Killing spree.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Night beckons. You thought of that? That was my plan. Greetings. Very well. That was my plan. Agreed. I must hunt soon. What mortal? I must hunt soon. Death rages. You thought of that? What is it? What, mortal? Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? I hunger. That was my plan. Agreed.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Agreed.
Killing spree.
That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan. I must hunt soon. What mortal?
Our brethren's town is under
That
attack.
was my plan.
Unstoppable.
Welcome to our village.
What is it now? What mortal? You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? That was my plan.
Our brethren's town
That
is under
was my
attack.
plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Greetings. Very well. Agreed.
Wicked sick. Monster kill!
Our brethren's town is under attack. Our brethren's town is under attack. Our brethren's town is under attack.